story for your man?
It's going to be a much better story for us than it was in Rocky IV. Let's face it. Tyson Fury's a legend. I think Arslanbek said that word before, and I think it's a great definition. He did so much in the boxing world, but we're here to make a point. We're here to make a statement. We're going to shock the world. That's the plan. We're coming in. I keep hearing that Makhmoudov's a big, strong guy that can bang, which is true. He's a very, very powerful fighter. But let's not forget that we came to England at the end of 2025. We won all around. We won a unanimous decision. He can box. So obviously, he's got a lot of power, but he's got a lot more tools in his bag. And let's face it. No disrespect. Obviously, Tyson Fury is one of the greatest to ever do it, but on April 11, unfortunately, it's going to be a different story.
Anthony, talk to me. When this fight was presented to you, what was your immediate reaction? Was it a straight yes, or did you have to think about it?
Arslan was forcing us to say yes before we even had the time to discuss it. First, it was 100% yes right away.
This is arguably the biggest stage of Arslanbek's career so far. How do you assess the challenge that a legend of the sport like Tyson Fury brings?
Well, it's a great opportunity. It's a great challenge for sure. But his whole career was built for that. We've trained really, really hard. We've traveled the world. We prepare ourselves for that night, and there's, again, a lot of respect, but on that night it's going to be a different story. We're going to go real hard, and I know that Arslan's a bad man when he's in the ring.
Now, this fight is going to be broadcast live on Netflix to a viewership of potentially hundreds of millions, a lot of new boxing fans. What would you like them to know about your man before fighting?
Well, make sure you don't skip any second. It could be very fast. Arslanbek is known as everybody says he's terrifying. I mean, I know him personally. I know he's a great man. He's very kind, but he can be very dangerous and he can be very mean in the ring.
Now, you talk us through camp. I've seen that there's videos of training in the cold mountains. How's it been so far? And what's the plan 8 weeks out from the fight?
I mean, he's very, very serious. He's been training in Russia. Now he's coming back to Canada, and he's going to prepare with Mark Ramsey for the rest of the camp. You guys can expect the best version of Arslanbek Makhmoudov on April 11th.
You couldn't get 2 different camps. One hot, beautiful Thailand, one the Russian mountains. It's sure to be an incredible fight. Now, thank you, Anthony. Before we hear from our fighters, I'd like to bring in a man who has guided Tyson through some of the biggest moments of his career. Tyson's long-time promoter, CEO of Queensbury Promotions, the legend, the Hall of Famer, Frank Warren. Frank, how are we?
I'm fine. How are you? Good afternoon, everybody.
Listen, talk to me. You've seen Tyson at every stage throughout his career. What does this return mean for you as a man who's been by his side from the very, very beginning?
First of all, I'm pleased he's coming back when his powers are still there. He hasn't retired for 5 years. By the time this fight takes place, it'll be 18 months. He's in with a live opponent, a real live opponent. He's got a knockout ratio of 90%. Big bang, I think 17 of his fights he's won in the first round. So this is a big step up for Tyson. But for Tyson to be coming back now to the sport, it brings a total new level of interest again. Now he's not just a boxer, he's one of the biggest personalities in certainly in the UK, probably in the world. In my lifetime, the biggest personality, or in my time in promoting, the biggest personality I've ever been involved with. I mean, where he goes, everybody wants to see him. Where he's, when a fight's on, it brings tremendous attention, and more importantly, the public want to see him. Sells out. He still holds the record for Wembley. Sold it out on his own at the press conference. Nobody there. 400,000 people in the queue. to see Tyson Fury in a fight. And the same's going to happen here. You know, he is a phenomenon. And more importantly, he can fight. For me, I think he's the best heavyweight of his generation. And I know people are going to say, what about Usyk? You know, those fights were very, very close fights. But Tyson, I just feel is you know, he's got so much still to give and to prove. And I do believe he will win a third world title and get up there with the greats. Lennox was here today. You know, with the great fighters. And he's a great
Lennox.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, he's a fantastic fighter. This is going to be a great occasion. And the heavyweight division, I keep saying, is on fire. Now, it's blazing.
Yes.
It's blazing. This brings a new dynamic to it.
But you're no stranger to a Tyson Fury retirement. You've dealt with a few. Talk to me about your involvement in bringing him back. How did that process unfold?
I never had one conversation with Tyson about fighting. It's his decision. Any conversation we had has been about how's the family, how are you? And that's how it's been. I always felt he would come back because he's a fighting man. And I know he's in the gym, and I've got to be honest, the first time I've seen him in the flesh for a while, he looks in the best condition I've ever seen him. And I mean that, and I'm talking about as a young man as well. He looks really well. Mentally, he is very, very happy. And I think he's got a bit between his teeth. And the thing about that means you've got a dangerous Tyson Fury. A dangerous Tyson Fury.
Oh, a dangerous Tyson Fury, also a dangerous opponent. A high-stakes return. Makhmudov is dangerous. From your perspective, what are the risks in taking a fight like this, 15 months out of the ring at 37?
It's a risk for any of these big guys. It's a risk. And you know, one punch can change a fight. And the one thing about Arslan Beck is that he can punch. And he's done that on numerous occasions. He's a big puncher. He's a big man. And this for him is a massive opportunity. He could change his whole life. He's there. That's why he's taken this fight. He believes in himself. He's there. We believe in Tyson. We believe Tyson's on this journey. And it's been an exciting journey. I mean, you think about it. The fights he's had, the 3 fights against Deontay Wilder, you know, all those fights he went in as an underdog for some reason. And the first one, he won it, came from it. The last round was so exciting where he came from. The second one showed what he was all about and went and done a job. And the third one is probably the best live heavyweight fight I've ever sat ringside and watched. 2 gladiators, 2 warriors. And that's what Tyson is, a warrior. He's got that warrior's heart. And then you look at the 2 fights of Usyk, which were very close fights. Again, 2 warriors, 2 fabulous warriors. And everybody was entertained. He entertains you. That's what fighters, good fighters do. They entertain. And he's an entertaining, exciting, dynamic fighter.
Frank, these boys won't talk about next steps. They're focused on this opponent. But you're the man that has to pull the strings behind the scenes. So you can't wriggle out of this one. Talk to me. With Fabio Wardley holding a share of the heavyweight title, he's under the Queensberry banner. How does Tyson Fury's return change that landscape, add to that landscape? And should Tyson triumph on April the 11th, what are the next steps for him becoming a 3-time heavyweight champion?
Those 2 are getting it on May the 9th. It's going to be an exciting fight. There's no doubt about that. I'm not looking ahead because I'm telling you now, everything Tyson does is his decision. You know, we give our bit of advice, but at the end of it, he's a boxing man through and through. If you cut him in half, it would save fighting. And he's a knowledgeable fighter. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants. He's on this journey. He was talking upstairs when I was listening to some of the interviews. He said he wants to win the title for the 3rd time. That's his mission. And I've got to tell you something. Nearly every mission goes on, he wins. He does it, he accomplishes them. And I'm sure he's going to have his eye on that fight. There's going to be an eye on Usyk. There's so many connotations, so many permutations. One thing's for sure, it's going to be an exciting journey. Always is.
Right, there's 2 routes.
Sorry?
Which one would you prefer? Where are we going? We go Usyk rematch on the winner of Wardley Dubois. One's easier to make.
The only one he can the only one who can answer that is Tyson.
But Tyson, but you
I would
just get ready to
like,
answer.
listen, all the fights are good fights. I'd like to see him in Usyk again. I would love to see that fight again. They were great fights to watch, and I'd also like to see him fight the winner of the two guys, of Fabio and Daniel. They're all exciting fights. Heavyweight boxing is so good at the moment, and now, as I said earlier, it is alive. Like that blue touch maker, when Tyson Fury gets in there, here at Spurs in April, we're going to see a fantastic performance. And after that, the world is his obstacle.
Listen, it will be. The heavyweight division is absolutely on fire. So, before we keep talking to these guys, I want to bring in the men who will settle it in the ring. Arslanbek, welcome. We're just under 8 weeks away from what will unquestionably be the biggest night of your career. What was your personal reaction when you heard Tyson Fury was coming out of retirement and you were at the very top of the list of potential opponents?
First of all, hello everyone, and I want to say thank you first of all, His Excellency Turkish Sheikh for this opportunity. Yes, I was very happy. I was very happy when I heard this news, because for me it's a dream fight. It's all my life. I go for my goal. My parents told me. My uncle told me, when I was 9 years old, they told me you're going to be champion of the world. So I just follow my goals and enjoy this time now and enjoy my trip to this my goal. And I'm looking forward to April 11 to reach my goal, inshallah. Thank you.
Arslanbek, you're well on the way to reaching your goal if you beat this man to my right. Now, you posted a photo of you and Tyson Fury 10 years ago when you were a fan. What is it like looking back at that now and being sat here on the top table about to fight?
Yes, this time it was in Canada. I even wasn't did a pro debut. I wasn't pro boxer. I just came to finish contract. At this time, Tyson was already world champion, world champion, and yes, he's a legend, like a big name in boxing. But I come here for make my legacy, my story is.
Come to make your legacy. You'll certainly make an incredible legacy if you win on April the 11th. Now, do you think there's a chance, there's a lot of talk online, there's a lot of talk around the boxing world that Tyson Fury wants to become a 3-time heavyweight champion. Do you believe there's a chance that he's overlooking you in any way?
I believe when we took a picture almost 10 years ago, it was like a signal from God for this day gonna be happen one day. I'm gonna be meet with this guy and beat him. That's why this is my goal, and I believe God prepared for me like this.
Is this the best possible time for you to get Tyson Fury 15 or so months out of the ring by the time he steps into the ring right here on April the 11th? A long layoff at 37 years old. Is this the perfect time?
You know, this guy have big experience. I don't think so. It's a lot of change. This a long time. I mean, 1 year in not boxing, but I mean, he's a great boxer. For me, for him, it means nothing. But that's why I think it's going to be a good fight. April 11th.
You've openly said that your win against another Brit, Dave Allen, filled you with confidence. You had to do it in an extremely hostile environment, something that you'll definitely face here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Are you ready for that?
Yes, of course, because when I was go in Sheffield, the 10,000 arena, this arena was against me, 10,000. But I said myself, good with me.